Well, good afternoon from Hong Kong. Well, a few things I haven't really got a lot done, other than doing the stuff up on the top deck. I have been playing with the controllers. I've been trying to get these things to communicate. Now, I've taken out the WhatsApp, and I'm using the serial cable, and that was for the WhatsApp. I'm using that. And I bought some different cables. This is a USB, or a serial to USB. Now, this is one. This is a cheapo Charlie China. Cost I think about $12 US. And then I bought another cable. This one's kind of straight. This is 1.5 meters long. So again, it's serial to USB, and this one was $12, and this little short one right over here, that one was $13 US. Now, they don't have any FCC, all these other certificates and all that stuff as all these other things do that I have, but I spent less than $30 US for two cables, and both of them work perfectly. Found them. MorningStar loves it. So right now, I have this one is connected straight to the MorningStar MPPT, and I hit connect, and poof, green. That is green. I have a bunch of data that I can go and look at. So, if I open a new display, I think this is how it works. Well, oops, logs. Okay, go to my log, and there's my amp hour daily. I've just had it on recently. Looky there. I'm getting data. Now, I've decided I'm not going to dive too deep into this. I've emailed MorningStar. Hopefully we won't get a glare on that. I'm going to contact MorningStar, so let's get to my devices here. On the devices, if I go into the properties here, and I go into my control, now, I've got an option to, well, actually, I can tell you, and I know what my problem is, why I was unable to connect it with my new router. The default gateway, 192.168.1.0.1. It should be 192.168.0.1 should be my gateway. So the gateway is the issue, and the subnet mask was fine. And that, so I don't have any secondary DNS. But I can come in here and I can reset the communication server, and I can go and reset the entire control. I'm not going to do that right now. I've decided I'm going to communicate with MorningStar, as it's their software, their help on here. When you click down to help, it's not giving me all the information that I want to safely. That's making a connection. Nope. References, device control coils. So, and I'm not aware of these coils. What these coils mean. So, and it goes on here. It tells us how to get to it. But what it does is you've got it, once you click on it, it says force coil on and force coil off. Doesn't make sense to me. Normally, if I were to go and hit a reset, I wouldn't force something on and force something off. Force is what we don't want to use. We would just want to hit a reset button. So, I don't want to screw it up. And I'm in Hong Kong. The postage there and back would probably be cheaper for me to just buy a brand new one. So, but I haven't given up hope. I haven't given up hope on this. I've been able to connect the PWM, been able to connect the PWM in here, but according to all the data that's in there, I do not see how I change its ID. I just don't see it. And the documentation is not clear enough to go, okay, if you have 3 controllers connected to your meter hub, when you connect on here, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, that one is set. Now do the other one. But again, I'm straight in serial, and I am able to connect with it. So I guess it kind of, well, it actually, it makes me giggle here, because everybody says how crappy China stuff is. The China stuff is what's working. The big high-end stuff that around the world, what they use for telecommunications and data transfers and all that stuff, the stuff I spent lots and lots and lots of money on is not working. But the cheapo China stuff is. Cheapo Charlie. I like it. Now I'm happy. So, but I've got things off. The next video that I attach to this will hopefully be me sitting at this computer, being able to, because here's the one thing is this data, and once I can get all this data to come in, I can go and design an HTML web page that from my Mac Mini server that I can throw up to a website, and I can view the information from anywhere in the world, which makes me happy. And that's one of the key things, because now on this boat, this wood boat, is not a long distance runner. It's not going to be going down to Singapore where, you know, I need to have the satellite connection for internet, etc. It's a coastal cruiser, so as long as I'm around the coast of Hong Kong, the 4G LTE USB modem, you know, with the GSM chip, the SIM card in it, will be always broadcasting, have an internet connection, so I'll be able to do that, which is pretty good. So in security, but it's a controller. I don't have that much stuff here. Don't have any bank statements or information on here. Don't know if a hacker is going to want to go in and turn on and off my controllers. But anyway, that's the goal. So now I'm rambling on, but it's working. I'm one step closer to programming this, and I seriously hope that I can use this kit. I've been very, very disappointed over this last week because of what is it? Would you call it the software is finicky? I don't know. It's very particular about what it can use, but obviously the cheap stuff for serial to USB is working. But solar panels, and so now that that's all done, now I can start running my large wires down, get batteries scheduled for delivery, and go and start making this thing deliver power to me through the inverter, through the regular DC, and just got to rewire everything. All right, so I'm in a forward momentum, ladies and gentlemen. All right, be good, be safe, and always be well. Bye-bye. All right, good morning from a very, very chilly Hong Kong. Well, the rest of the world may not think it's cold, but I know it's like 52 degrees Fahrenheit here, and I'm freezing. I'm not used to this. I'm definitely acclimatized to Hong Kong's warm summers. All right, like in the last video, was kind of going on showing some things, but to get it working, right now, I've got a green light, and I've got a green light, and I've got a green light. Solar array is on. The 4 panels are on. I'm connected to my testing batteries here. Everything is on, and what's kind of cool is now, if you can see this, it says system there. I've got my MPPT, which is charge number 1, and I've got my TriStar 60, which is diversion load, which is number 2. This is number 2, and I have number 3, which is here, which is also in diversion mode. So I'm able to start checking out things. I got the batteries are at 28.3 volts. It's just before 9 o'clock in the morning here. I think it's Thursday. And sun's really not up over any, it's not really up over the mountain. But yeah, the sun's not up yet, so I'm still getting about 4 amps right now, just off of that. I kind of washed off the panels. Everything was dusty from doing the top deck there. So, but I really don't have that much sun. But I've got like 4 amps coming into the battery, which is a good thing. I mean, how can you complain about that? 4.6 amps. So, but I no longer have a problem, a conflict, a communication conflict between these. And now, because my problem was I was able to reset it going through MS View. I had to go through the TriStar Wizard. I cannot just go into that. There was that thing I had a question with, but MorningStar has just been very, very quick and to the point, and haven't been explaining their MS View, and their documentation is not basic for your average layman. You need to be some expert to do this, but these words that coil on and coil off and stuff, they haven't answered that. They said just do the wizard and you'll be fine. So I did that. I was told to update to this version 22 for the firmware on the MPPT, but there is only 17 on their website, so I will have to wait. They don't want to communicate with me like over Skype, because here I'm in Hong Kong, they're in the United States of America, so there's a 12-hour difference. So when it's 9 o'clock in the morning there, it's 9 p.m. here. So I figured, Skype would be good. They'd be kind of helpful, but they kind of haven't been. Short little paragraph in each little email, but send an email and I've got to wait till later. So it's not, I can't ask all the questions at one time because they don't want to do that. They said, firstly, let's focus on this. But that's what they want to do, and so far some of the information they've given me has been helpful. So anyway, well now I'm at 192.168.0.253. I was able to change that because the last router I had 192.168.1.253. So I was able to get in, change it to 0, and I was able to change my gateway. So as of right now, I've got a live view in a web browser. This on this computer, because Internet Explorer, I don't understand why that's even still online. But I'm using Google Chrome on this Mac or this Windows notebook computer, and it's telling me I've got my battery temperatures. The heat sink is 17C. Again, we use everything C over here. We're metric. So far, it's kind of telling me I haven't reset, because I've been turning this thing on and off. So I do have to reset my amp hours and that now that I've got things on. But I'm able to get a live view from that. I've got my network settings, so I'm communicating very well on the network settings. And I've changed my gateway, so my gateway's good. And it's a rather loud sampan this morning. So the network has been so I'm able, and I've also bridged my Ethernet Modbus request to the EI 485 network. So now I have the 485 network enabled in here, and so that should be wanting to communicate with the two PWM controllers. So again, on the TriStar, there's other YouTube videos that go and show you about the data logging and stuff. I'm not going to get into that. But the thing is I think most people are like me. We want it to be connected. That's like the thing. And then we can do whatever we want with that data. But now, again, I've got a green light, and I've got a green light, and I've got a green light. I'm communicating with all my devices. I do not have a communication error. 485 is bridged, so this should be taking this information from these two. But here lies the problem. I'm back to, again, this is that expensive equipment. I think I paid $125 US for each one of these, because I guess this company makes for Verizon or some US company. They also make for all their networking and their cell tower stuff. And that's what I'm told. Don't hold me to it, but that's just what I've been told. So you can't believe everything everybody says. So I have no TX Lite. I've got my TX Plus and TX Minus. All goes up to my connectors here. That goes in to the controller, to the RS485. But right now I have no communication between this serial and this serial port right here. Now, I have connected, I've left this connected, and I ran it through, and I've used those new cables that I had showed you, the new serial to USB. So again, they're straight through cables, so they should work, and they do. They do work. But right now that I'm not able to bridge, no, this is not wanting to, okay, there it is. It's not wanting to bridge these two to that controller. So I'm unable to get any information through that live view. And that because now if we go down, no, because it's connected Ethernet. So in its connected Ethernet, so if we come down and we open up Safari here, we get 192. 1, 6, 8, dot 0 dot 2 5 4, and 192.168. Oh, 253. 253. Ellen, you dummy. Okay, so here we go. So now I'm still able to get all my information. Here's my live view. Get information about the network. Again, still bridged. So again, I've got it at any computer I have on my network. And again, here's this other information where I can incorporate, get the XL with C, whatever that it is, that I can use and put it up to a database. So I can change it into a graph form. I like graphs. Graphs are so much easier. But it's working now. I've got connection to the MPPT. Now I need to go and find, again, a hardware search to get the RS485 working. So that's what's going on in my world at about 9 o'clock on Thursday morning. Controller is online. Now I've got to go set up another solar array system, start running some wires on a mate of mine's boat. He's got 4 panels, just like mine. He's got 4 panels and MPPT, but on his boat he's got 24 volt and he has 12 volt. So we've got 4 of these panels that we've put up on the back transom of his boat, and then we've got some of these smaller 12 volt or 18 volt Wow, you can see still got that dust from grinding on the top deck. But we've got some of these, so because it's 12 volt, the boat engines are all 12 volt, and so like his toilets are 12 volt, and some of his lighting is 12 volt too. But we're gonna get the 24 volt set up for him and get a 24 volt inverter and stuff. So, because again, with 24 volts, it's faster to recover your amps, and it's just 24 volts just more efficient than 12 volt is. So I'm gonna go do that with him, help him do some stuff. And then I've got it's Thursday, so hopefully tomorrow I can run into Montauk and to some of these other communication centers. And hopefully I can find 2 new serial to RS-485 that work with MorningStar. And obviously the high-end stuff, so I'm going to go again with the cheapo Charlie stuff. And I'm going to stay away from that. For me right now, guys, I'm in Hong Kong. Made in China works. Well, that is made in China as well, but it was not made for the American market, I guess, or something. I have no idea. But none of the stuff, other than that 4-port serial to USB, works great for the Watts View. The Watts View works perfect with it. Watts View loves it. And that's made by just an individual. I think he's in Arizona for that Watts View, but it communicates with anything. It loves to communicate. MorningStar, he's got to be very, very, I don't know, you got to be diligent about all that stuff for MorningStar, but I've learned the China stuff works. Okay, guys, a week has passed. I'm a little bit happier, and I'm starting to see that the system that I have with MorningStar has possibilities to work. Once I get the 485 to serial converters and get them working, if that does everything, I'm going to be a very, very happy camper. All right, that's all for me. I'm going to start my Thursday now by going and doing some stuff. It's 9 a.m. Got to get to work. Got to stay busy. All right, guys, be good, be safe, be well. Bye-bye.